Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is just going to be a quick little breakdown of some of the pairs that I'm looking at for the week. We'll go through like some of my top picks and then picks that I think that'll just happen a lot quicker. But I won't go through everything as some of the setups are actually very similar. For instance, a lot of the JPYs are kind of like the same exact thing, as well as the USD pairs and whatnot. So without further ado, let's just get into this. So the first pair that I have is actually NZDCAD. Right now I'm looking at overall sells on this because we have bullish weekly, but we do overall have bearish on the daily and the 4 hour. As you can see, clear lower lows and lower highs. If we go down to our 4 hour now, you can also see clearly it's in a downtrend, and basically what I'm looking for now is a pullback into this supply zone that we have here. We already got into the supply zone, so at this point I'm just simply looking for entry. Right now I have just this upward trend line, so we'll see if maybe I'll get in on a break of this. I still prefer to look for an actual change of character, so actually changing the structure. So instead of making higher highs, I want to look for it to break through a higher, break through a higher low to create a new lower low, and then we'll see from there. Because right now the risk reward is already barely at my minimum, which is 1 to 2. So we'll see. Because if it gives us an entry in the risk reward isn't at least a 1 to 2, I'm not gonna want to take it. But that's the first thing that I have on my list, mainly just because it's just the closest one to actually playing out. Second, we have GBPNZD. This one, didn't mean to do that. This one is bullish on the weekly. As you can see, it's clearly trending up as well as making higher highs, higher lows. If we go to our daily time frame, also bullish. As you can see, again, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, right? So we're looking for that to continue, but I wasn't a big fan of this pullback. I wish it was a little bit smoother, but honestly, I still like the idea as a whole, but we'll see. And then the 4 hour, I still classify this as bullish. So I'm actually taking that I'm still going to put that as bullish, as well as I like that we do have this potential inverse head and shoulders, as you can see here. So obviously it's not official until it actually breaks through the neckline, but it looks really clean, like it might do that by next week. So this is definitely up there on my watch list, as well as because it's like already at the zone, so it'll happen pretty quick. So right now, same exact thing that I'm kind of waiting for on NZDCAD, which is I'm either waiting for like a breakthrough of the trend line or maybe like some sort of lower time frame change of character. But right now we have nothing, so we'll kind of have to wait and see what we can actually get out of this. But right now, even just if I were to enter like with a worse risk reward, I'd still be getting a 1 to 3. So this is definitely a pretty solid trade. Definitely high on the watch list. So yeah, that's about it for GBPNZD. So let's go to GBPAUD. This one I'm a little bit more iffy on for multiple reasons. So like I do like it technically speaking, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% into it, right? So what I like though is that we do have obviously the bullish upside on the weekly. You can see higher highs, higher lows. Same thing with the daily, clearly. And then if you look at the 4 hour, the way I read structure, this has actually been bullish the whole time, even all the way through all all this downside right here. So in my mind, that's still bullish. So we have all the time frames bullish, but I'm not the biggest fan because of the rejection from this top wick, and as you can see, clearly price has been rejecting from this point multiple times, right? So that would be the one thing that I don't like, but I do like that there is that potential for, similar to the NZDCAD, just different time frame, or GBPNZD, just different time frame, is that we do have that potential for an inverse head and shoulder on the weekly. So that looks good. But then I also liked that we created a demand zone from a demand zone. So we had initially a demand zone right here from this 4 hour red candle, as you can see right there. And then we came down, tapped into that, wicked through the bottom of it, and then left yet another demand zone. So what I want to see is price come down here, stop out all the people who were buying in here thinking this was the official higher low to continue higher, tap into this demand zone, and then bounce up all the way up to equal highs, or maybe even to a new higher high. But usually I just target equal highs because it's safer. So I'll probably be targeting something around there like that. And so that's another pretty good trade. It's 50-50, like I said. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I still do like the idea of it. I think it's still possible to play out. The next one, this is probably one of my actual favorites overall. Let's see. So what do we have? We have bullish weekly. Then we had the shift from bullish to bearish after we broke and closed under here, right? So we shifted bearish on the daily, and then we also did the same thing on the 4 hour as well, right? When we dropped through, created the new low, because we had already had, the way I was reading structure at least, this was all bullish, and then yeah. So basically right now, weekly or daily and 4 hour are bearish, so I'm just looking for sells. But I did see a potential opportunity for buys to the upside here, but since it might happen too early on Sunday, I'm probably not going to take it. But there is probably that decent opportunity there. But otherwise, just waiting for it to get back up to this supply zone that we have here on the 4 hour, and then bounce back down to, I have it right here as like the structure, but I might still just go for the equal lows, as I do think that we'll probably continue further to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it come all the way down to the equal low that we created on the daily. So that's all I have for this. This one's definitely a lot more simple compared to the others. What else do we have? So we have weekly on the GBPUSD, which is this still bullish? Hold up. So if I have this, oh yeah. So I still consider this bullish on the weekly. Daily is bearish, very clearly bearish. And then we have 4 hour also very clearly bearish. So what I do have is I have two supply zones. I have this one right here that was created from this 4 hour bullish candle, and then I have another one all the way back here. I really don't want to trade from back here, so if this one gets invalidated, I probably just won't look for sells from this anymore. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's a 50-50. It depends on how it approaches the zone and how everything looks going up to it. But as of right now, I don't really want to trade from that one. I just want to focus on this one. I think this one's pretty clear as to what I'm looking for. Grab the high over here, rip through that, tap into this zone, bounce off, and then go for the equal low. And then that'll be a nice potential, maybe near 1 to 3. And this one, yeah, this one's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Nothing complicated about this one. Let's go to a JPY pair, and this will be the last one because a lot of the other pairs are pretty similar to what I was just looking at there. Like all the rest that you can see here, they're very, very similar. So what I'm looking for on this is, as you can see, or actually no, this one's, never mind, this is the same as the USDCAD. But I'll still do this one because I didn't do USDCAD. So basically what we have here is weekly is bullish. We have daily bullish, and then we have 4 hour bullish. So I'm looking for a pullback into this 4 hour demand zone that I then refine down to, I believe, the 1 hour. No, maybe it's the 2 hour. Oh shoot, did I do 30? I might have done 30 minute. Yeah, I refined it down to the 30 minute. But yeah, so I refined it down regardless. And I'm looking for a price to continue pulling all the way back into this zone to then trade it back up into these equal highs. And yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Just simple higher high, higher low structure. Then this is one of the actual pairs I was talking about for the JPY, because USD JPY was one of the exceptions because the dollar's been pretty strong recently. CHF JPY, all the other JPY pairs from that are on this list are very similar to this one, so I'm only gonna do the one. So right now we have weekly is, what is this? Okay, so weekly is bearish on this, on CHF JPY. We have daily as bullish. Or actually, no, never mind. I forgot, because this massive swing was still in one structure. So actually, daily is also bearish, and 4 hour recently went bearish. I was looking to take a short from this order block that was created here, and it was also supposed to be the retest of the neckline of this head and shoulders that we created here, right? and I was looking for it. It looked so good, but then it just ended up actually going a little bit higher than I expected and then tanking all the way down. My initial take profit would have been here, and then that would have been second take profit, but it is what it is. I got wicked out. But what we did get out of that is we got another push and then created another supply zone. So what I'm looking for simply is just a pull all the way back into this supply zone up here to then get the retest and then drop all the way down to here into this equal low down here around this 174 level. So I think that's basically it. Yeah, because like I said, all the JPY pairs are going to be basically the same exact thing. Yep. And then Euro NZD is the same as GBP NZD, where it created the order block, and then I'm looking for it to bounce off of that. Euro USD is the same as GBP USD, looking for a pullback to the zone, and then same with NZD USD. Also just a pullback to a zone up above, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, that's basically all the analysis that I have for the week, and I hope you guys have a good trading week, and I'll see you guys next week.